Yo. All right. Let's see if we can share these screens here. Um, share screen. Share screen. So we're gonna go with trade default. But nope, not YM. Not YM. We're gonna share this Thursday. Yes. 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 Hope you guys can hear me, man. All right. So coming in with no bias. There is no daily bias for my trading. Never. I only go off the first macro. Usually whatever happens in the first macro sets the tone for the rest of the day. Usually. So market opens in 18 minutes. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my 30 minute. On NQ. And we wait for the 9:30 opening bell, and then we mark our ranges out on the 30-minute time frame. Let me get a glance of what's going on hourly real quick. Glance on the hourly. Boom, 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 boom. All right. We have a SMT on the lows. What else we got? All right. So now we just wait. We really don't have too much to go off of this morning. This is an A+ setup only channel. A+ setup only. I'm trying to bat 100% on this channel. If I fall short, it's not going to be that short because I'm already testing this strategy at about 85%. And that's with some hiccups, but it's all operator error. It's not a strategy error. This strategy is 100%, has 100% win rate. This strategy has 100% win rate. Now, the screen that I'm sharing is a demo account, but I have a challenge account that you guys cannot see. Not that you need to see it, but it is what it is. I also have a live account. There's a few $100 in it. And we're going to take these accounts to where they need to go with this strategy and being patient with this system. So right now we are currently at we're currently under the 7:30 open candle. I don't know how many people use it. It doesn't really matter, but I usually use it to keep it on the chart because 7:30 usually keeps the support. It didn't tap it right there. It missed it right there. but it fell through it right here with a fair value gap, and it did not leave a support. I'm expecting it to come back up and at least test this 730 open candle. And it looks to be setting up for a move back up right now, honestly. But we're not doing anything until macro, until the macro hits. I would like to make this full screen. How does... I don't freaking know. I don't know. But yeah. So we're going to be disciplined to this strategy. This strategy is going to get us to where we need to go. And regardless, I just want to keep track of what this thing can do and have the track record trading live with this thing. Whether anyone sees it or not, I know it works. I've watched trades go to the moon based on this strategy alone. Sometimes I get in at zero drawdown. Sometimes I have a little bit, but when I say it's a little bit, it might as well be zero. It is not as much as I see other people risking on their strategy for 1 to 2s with stop losses above all the way below lows. Like, for instance, let's say their strategy calls for them to get in right here, or whatever, they put their stop loss all the way up under these lows. But depending on what you're trading and how many contracts you're trading, from here to here could be $10,000 of fucking drawdown. I mean, literally, or whatever the case may be, depending on how many contracts, of course. But you don't want it to come back down here. You wanted to get in, and you wanted to keep going. So that's what this strategy that I'm using is based on. It's a get in, and it usually keeps going. If it doesn't keep going, I'm mad, because that means I could be possibly offsides. I'm not trying to be offsides. I want everything to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist. But we're coming into this open here shortly, and yeah. I could give a sample of what I'm usually looking for, but I don't want to do it right now. I may do that later. I know this microphone is not up to par. I know the camera system is not up to par, but it's okay. I watched the playback of the video I did yesterday. You can still hear it. It has a little bit of crackling in the sound, but you could hear the entry of where I got in and how adamant I was about a certain candle closure for the entry. The trade yesterday was zero drawdown. So we're gonna come into the street today, and we're gonna clear our eyes, and we're gonna let the Creator show us the strategy clearly defined. Let's see. Can you guys see this? There you go. I don't know how to move my head on YouTube. I don't know. I don't want to push anything to knock me off. I may have to play with it later. Maybe manage would move me. I don't know. I don't think it would end the stream. No, it shouldn't. No, it won't let me open that up. What is a pop-out dashboard? Let's see. What is that? All right, I'm gonna not do anything. We have 2 minutes on this open. 2 minutes on this open. This stream will not be any longer than an hour. If I don't see what I need to see by 10:17, I'm done. I'm done. Go. We're gonna catch the banger. We're gonna catch a banger. Gonna catch this banger. For the chart over there. We're gonna start on 30. I'm gonna wait for this 30 to open up. And then really ain't nothing to do until this 30 opens up. That'd be cool if we get a run up and start going back up to fill all this back up from yesterday, dude. It might be balanced up here. I don't know. I really can't tell, but we're gonna wait for this 930 candle to open up and we're gonna mark out the ranges. We're gonna freaking roll on. Greatest trader ever. The greatest trader ever. We don't guess. We never guess. We trade the system. This system shows up. The system shows up. We trade it. The system shows up. We trade it. All right. We are at the 930 candle opening up right now. Here we go. Rocking and rolling. Boom. Make sure everybody can see what's going on. First thing I do is mark out the high of the 930 candle as it's printing. Now, I'm not in a rush to look for a trade because what I'm looking for happens inside of the 942 to 1017 window. Specifically, it has to happen inside that window. So, as the first 30-minute candle is printing, and sweeping liquidity all outdoors, like a whole bunch of it. I can imagine what it's doing down there on the 1 minute. I can see ES sweeping. I see YM over on my other chart sweeping. Y'all guys, you can't see all my charts. I got 2 other charts to my right over here. All right. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to keep moving down. It looks to be, if you do it's 931 on the chart. 931. All right. So what I'm going to do right now is, since they gave a little bit of a pullback, I'm going to glance down and see what it looks like on the 1 minute. Glance and see what it looks like. What it looks like on the 1 minute. This right here is. We're gonna move that up because that's the 30-minute. And no, I don't use TradingView. I don't feel I have to because this strategy is so simple. It's too simple. I don't have to use any, but I do have an indicator on there, which is a moving average. But we won't be utilizing that for this channel. We won't be utilizing that, but I can use it. I know how to use it because it does specific things around that EMA. But as of right now, we're waiting for that macro, brother. We're waiting for that macro. Hour. Let's see what they swept down here. Let's see, so who swept what? Okay, so ES swept this low. So we do have a higher time frame liquidity sweep. Not concerned with it. We're gonna go back to that, to our range chart, so we can see if we can find our entry. Let's see if we can find our entry. So as of right now, my entry is nowhere because we're not in the macro, but I am watching this high right here. This high right here, particularly. This high right here, particularly. But it never closed back below it. We got low, high, low, low, high, high above this right here. We may continue up from here, dude. They're not going to do anything to the macro, though. It doesn't matter. But that closure above this red candle right here is critical. It's critical. Absolutely critical. So we're going to kick back. We're going to kick back. I will have a clear vision on this trade. I will have a clear vision on this trade. I read the candlesticks immaculately. I am an expert trader. I choose to be him, and I choose to be disciplined. I have one of the greatest strategies ever seen. I have one of the greatest strategies ever seen. Now, they could take off without me, but I'm not. I'm not really paying them no attention. Let me take a look at the 3-minute real quick. Because I like to look at it. And I got nothing that I want to use. Everybody's coming back down. My 30-minute moved again. We just swept the 830 high. Let's go to the hour real quick. See a sweep. Got nothing over there. Nothing over there. Still watching very closely. Very closely. Let me make sure my lines are on par. My 30-minute. They're still looking good. Still looking good. It's going to be a good trade. It's going to be a good trade. Bet your dollar on that. Because I'm betting mine on it. Let's see what we got. You're gonna be surprised. I don't never take any L's, bro. It's all lessons where I'm at. I never lose. I always win. Everything serves me. Everything serves me. Everything serves me. I'm the one. I'm the one. And that is not ego talking. Become the person that you choose to be. And I choose to be that kind of person that can see the charts clearly. What would that person think of himself? What would he say to himself? What actions would he take? He would think highly of himself. I am the greatest trader ever. I am the greatest trader ever. Never said I know everything, but I know this strategy here. This strategy works. So here's what we got, guys. We got something brewing as of right now. We got something brewing. And what's brewing where I'm at is, I don't know if you remember me saying, this candle right here, that high. This high right here is very, very important. This candle right here, better yet, this candle right here, confirms what I'm looking for. That's step 2. So this is my intermediate term high. It gets confirmed that this is my intermediate term high when this high gets put in and closes back below it. When I say back below it, I mean below the wick. The wick. That wick right there. It closed back below the wick with a red candle. That confirmed it. My next step is a green candle closure back up, which we got right here. That's the 4th step. Now, the last step for my entry, and we're coming into a macro now, is this low right here. This is the targeted low right here. I need a sweep of this low down here in order to take a buy. What you can't see is, well, let me show it to you. This low right here, 936 and 937. If I were to go over to YM, what you would see is, you would see a precision swing point connected to that low. So this candle right here is red over here on NQ, and it's green on YM. That's step 5 of my entry. That candle must get swept. This red candle low must get swept, which is this green candle here. Hope you guys can see that. Is it in my head blocking it? This green candle is red on NQ. I'm gonna move my vertical line. You can see my vertical line moving on the chart. That green line is on the red candle on the NQ chart, which is over here. That one right there. I want a sweep of this candle right here, this low. That's what I want. Let me go back to ES, and I'll keep track of YM on my other chart. They got to sweep this low though. This low has to be swept in order for me to take a buy. We are currently coming into the macro. It is 9:41. My macro time does not really start until 9:42. So it could tap back into it right now, or this could be an actual sweep of liquidity right here in itself. Depends on how it reacts based on what I'm gonna do. But I have a PSP down here at the bottom, and I am expecting a buy. Now, I can be wrong on the first one and change my bias in the middle term, but I cannot trade past the macro, which is 1017. So let me move my line up for my 30-minute, because we're still inside the 30-minute orb, and I use that 30-minute range. You can call it 30-minute opening range breakout. That's what people call it. I just use the range itself. I'm not using the breakout strategy because I'm using ICT concepts to get into these trades. These highs and lows that close at specific areas and specific colors dictate what I'm about to do. ES is moving. ES is moving. And YM is moving. And that's cool. That's cool. That is cool what they're doing. All right, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a glance. Low's been swept over there on the hour. Low's been swept over there on the hour. Go back to 1, and on YM, the low has been swept on the hour. A lot of lows have been swept on the hour of YM. As a matter of fact, YM took out shit. YM took out London lows, bro. YM took out London lows. But it hasn't given a change in the state of delivery, not the one that I'm looking for. Not the one that I'm looking for. Could this be it? It could be. But I'm not going to guess at it. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to guess at that. I'm going to play this macro out and keep my narrative over here on NQ while watching these other assets, because they all have to do the same thing. I do need it to come sweep this low, though. This low right here is the one I want, so I can take a buy. That's the one I want. That's the one I want. I want it also because of this right here. This swing high right here on this 144. I said I wasn't going to tell you about it, but it's happening right now in real time. So this swing high on the 144 EMA, that's my EMA. I don't use the 50 EMA. I don't use the 200. I use the 144. There's a reason I use it, but I'm not going to get into all that. Anytime you have this and you get to sweep through it while it's on that, you have a potential entry back here. I was already targeting this entry right here based on this anyway. So this is a double bonus for me for a buy. So I need this sweep of this low. Could it fall out the bottom? Yeah, it's the market. It can do anything. But I'm going to make sure all my parameters are in play. To make it happen. Potential trade is coming up as we speak. NQ should fall here. Hopefully ES falls here. If they want to be lower, if they want to go lower in the market today, they're going to have to go up a little bit higher for me. And they're going to have to show me a change in the state of delivery. But as of right now, this is showing signs of bullishness. Until this breaks and closes below this low. If it closes below this open, we're probably going to continue down. So as of right now, only thing we can do is sit wait. Right now we have a S&T on the highs of ES and NQ. And we also have a S&T on the highs of NQ and YM. I got us going up, y'all. I got us going up. Let's see what they're going to do. Let's see what they're going to do. Let's see what they're going to do. Got time. We got plenty of time. See what happens. Let's see what happens, bro. All right. We got nothing so far, guys. We're gonna wait this out, see what happens, and we gotta move our lineup on a 30-minute opening range candle. I'm still going up. It is what it is, bro. I'm not concerned. I still got another 20 minutes inside of my macro. I got to 1017 to see what I need to see. And I'm going to be patient enough to wait for it. If it leaves without me, it leaves without me. Because when I catch my setup, it's a 1 to 20. I don't have to rush just because it might leave one day with me. My next day could be my 1 to 20. It doesn't matter to me anymore. It used to matter. I used to sit there, get into a trade. We all used to get into a trade. We all hurry up thinking it's gonna leave without us. It is what it is. It is what it is. 933. 933. Everybody swept that. All right, this is a good sweep right here. This is a real high profile sweep. If this closes in this fair value gap, that'll be cool. But this right here, this sweep right here of these highs, I'm sure there's another high over there probably. That one right there. Those are high profile. This here is an important low right here for me right now. So we're just going to continue to watch. We're going to continue to watch and see what happens. Let me take a glance at the hour real quick. Okay. Let me take a glance at the 15-minute real quick. They're not showing anything either. Okay. We're going to hold tight. We're holding tight. I promise you. It's going to be the greatest trade ever. All right. This is what you see in real time. Has taken me 3 years to accumulate. We have an SMT on the highs as of right now, guys. Let's see where they want to close this at. YM is taking off. YM is taking off. They're not gonna just run this up. Something's about to transpire here in this macro, bro. And sometimes I don't get it in the first macro. Sometimes it happens in the second macro, which is at 10:45 to 11 or 10:42 to 11:17. So, but I won't be taking that. I won't be here for that. I'm off the charts after the first macro, and I'm adamant about that. I'm not going to be trading after that. Most people can sit on the charts all day long. I had my sitting on the charts all day long. We don't do that any longer. We're going to move our orb up. That's our first candle. Opening range for the 30-minute. This low right here is important. That low right there. This is my point of interest. Mark it out. This is my point of interest. And you also don't have a bottom wick on this candle right here on ES. And you say, why is that important? Because 80% plus of all candles have a bottom and top wick. So there's a high probability that it should be coming back to get that. Now, does it have to be today? No, it doesn't have to be today. It doesn't have to be today. Ready. You're about to be ready, brother. And we're still waiting. 30 minutes moving up. How far it's going to go? That's a good question. Here's what I think, though. You got an entire range. Goddamn, you got a sweep. It might go to 50% of this range. Could be. It could do whatever it wants to do. It doesn't really freaking matter. I'm not concerned with it because what I'm looking for happens in the first macro. Here's something cool to see, though. It came back up and it went through our 730. Came back to our 739. Made a support on it. At 49, 949. Time is important. Everything's time with the market. Everything is time. Time is where it's at. All right. YM has the pullback going on. Let's see what high this is. 8 o'clock high. 8 o'clock high. 3 a.m. All right. So London high got swept on ES. London high got swept on ES. If ES can have a change in the state of delivery prior to NQ, breaking those same highs, I'll be in for a sell. At that point, or if that happens, the target is just low, all the way down here. But I got to get it all the way up here first. So let's see what they want to give us. Let's zoom in. Let's make sure we're seeing what we need to see. I'm at 30-minute highs, 956. It could sweep those highs again, but here we go. This is what I'm looking for as of right now, changing the state of delivery. My change in the state of delivery is I need a low, which is being printed right now below this low right here. This individual low counts. It doesn't have to be a swing low. I'm waiting for a green candle, but a green candle would be back to close back above somewhere. It doesn't matter where it closes at up here, but it has to close above this line. This line has to close above that. All right, so we got that. We got a swing low. And it got to close back above. Now, if I get a closer back below here, before NQ can sweep London's high, we are going in for sales. And we'll be going in for sales on our challenge account. with Apex, little 50K account. And I will go in on my live account as well. I have my live account with the with Liquid Brokers that used to be Sway Markets. So let's see what these people want to do. Let's see what they want to do. And there's something. I'm gonna take a gander down here. I'm gonna take a looky loo down here on the 30-second. Take a look. I'm not gonna go down to the 15-second. That's gonna be too much. I usually don't go all the way down there to the 15-second. I glance down there sometimes, but I'm not going down there today. We're not gonna go down there today. We're gonna go back to the 1 minute. Go back to the 1 minute. That is very important that swept London's high. If we can get that change in the state, that'd be freaking awesome, dude. I would like for this candle to stay red, and I would like for this candle to stay green. The candle that's printing right now. They didn't give it to me. They gave it to me on YM though. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. They're still moving up, bro. I'm cool with that. YM is still not YM. ES still has not broken London's high. But we have a SMT on the highs as of right this very second. Disclosure. Let's see if they're gonna balance this out. Yeah, they got a long way to go for Asian highs, bro. I mean, London high. London's high is over here. That's London high right there. Let's put it on this chart. Let's put it on the chart here. That's a long way away too. Horizontal line. All right. So our orb is done. This right here is London high. Text. All right. So we're still waiting. They can keep running. I don't care. If they do, they do. Other than that, I'm done, bro. I'm done. Let's see what they want to do. London's high is coming up on NQ. Let's see. That'd be cool if they fail. We still have another 17 minutes in the macro. 17 minutes. And we're going to go live with this until we get profitable. And then at that point, I'll live stream with a new camera setup because I know this is not clear, but I'm going to record it. And I'm going to timestamp all the wins in my own comment section. Hey, if you do stop by and you do see the trade, go to the trade, check it out. If you like the entry, subscribe to the channel, man. That helped me out a lot. Hey, Matter of fact, I'm sure it'll help you out a lot too. Because if you subscribe and you see the wins coming up every day, you're gonna be motivated to come back and check it out. So, yeah, subscribe to the channel, bro. Give me a thumbs up if you happen to see the trade. If you skip to the trade and you come to this video, go straight to the trade. Give me a thumbs up, give me a sub, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna cost you nothing, I promise. And I deserve it. Not to boot my own ego, but I deserve it. I put in a lot of work for this. I put in a lot of work. This is the guesswork has been taken out. I'm not hoping my stop loss doesn't get hit. I know where it shouldn't get hit either. If it shouldn't get hit because I'm wrong, but it's the most shallow stop loss ever. Ever. You're not gonna find a lower stop loss than this anywhere on the internet. And because I haven't found one. Only person I found that has probably one of the shortest stop losses at time is Frank 369 Zeusy, formerly known as Zeusy. I've seen a lot of his entries. So, but these are top ticks and bottom ticks. Not complete bottom, but bottom ticks for where I get in at with no drawdown. So the macro's closing. The macro window is closing. What I don't want to see is a close above London's high. I don't want to see a close above London's high. If I get a close above London's high, we got a problem, and we might not be trading today, and that's cool. I'll tell you, I'll get out of the way. I'll get out the way. It's all good. Let's see what these people want to do. We're still looking good to come back down, bro. We're still looking good to come back down. See what they want to do. Mm-hmm. What do they want to do? So, 10 a.m. candle has swept 9 a.m. candles high. Ten a.m. has swept the 9 a.m. candles high on NQ and ES, but it didn't on YM. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see if we can get a change in the state of delivery. Let's see if we can get a change in the state of delivery on ES, bro. Because we're still game because we haven't swept London's high yet. We're still game. Let's take a look at the 30-second real quick. I like the way that looks right there. I'm gonna keep an eye on the 30-second. If I get a change in the state of delivery on the 30-second, I'll take my trade off of the 30-second, but I'll take it on NASDAQ. NQ. So in order for me to do that, I would need a close. I would need a close right here. Not a close, a wick. A sweep of liquidity right here, right now. Below this low. It's low specific, it ain't just random. This low right here is the only low that counts for me right now. If I get a wick below, then I'm good. Now they just moved the bar. They just moved the bar again. Let's see what happens. Now it's not this wick. This wick is no longer valid as of right now because we've created a new high. Depends on where this closes at though. Where it closes. So if this close is higher than this close, so that moves the bar. to this low right here, this red candle. That's where my change in the state of delivery happens at, right here on the 30-second. I would need a wick below. Let's see if they want to give it to us. Okay, we got a wick below. And fair value gaps coming down. This could potentially be a breaker block, but that's not my trade setup. That's not my trade idea. This is step 2 of my idea, of my strategy. Step 2 is being put in right now. I would need a closure above. Closure has to happen above, preferably right now. Preferably right now, a closure above. Now this is the 30-second. I still have the 1 minute up over here. Not really looking at it. I want to see the change in state happen. I need a green candle back above this line. Green candle, closure above this line. I'll take that. I'd rather not go so freaking far, because if it closes above this, that just moves the bar again. They just moved the freaking bar again. So since the bar is moved, we're gonna put it right here. And we just keep moving the bar. Wherever the highest high is, we use the lowest low. Sometimes it's a wick, sometimes it's a body. But as of right now, NQ has not swept London's high yet. Still, London's high is still here. So that's cool. They can do whatever they like, brother. They can do whatever they like. Let me get back off this. Let me get back to the 1 minute, bro. I'll go back to the 30-second in a second, but this is invalid. And now, based on the 1 minute, this would be our change in the state on the 1 minute. And I can stay on the 1 minute for right now because they still haven't broken this high. We have 7 minutes for them to decide if they want to come back down in this macro. And right now we have an SMT between this high and this high on the ES and NQ. Let me take another gander over here at ES real quick on the 30-second. I think they're ready to come down now, bro. You get a closure below this this green candle right here. We might have action. It says we have an SMT right here. From here to here. And from here to here. So that's the 30-second though. Let's see what they want to do. I will wait for these trades. I will not rush anything, ever. When you find this, You're gonna be so happy you came when you find this channel. This is the channel I wish I had from the beginning. So I'm gonna be that person for you guys who come in after this. Macro is slowly dwindling away right now. London high has not get swept. You know something? I could stick around for the next macro, and I'm not adept to not trading. I just rather stay in the first one. It's not going to kill anything because we still hadn't swept London high. If it waits till the next macro to roll over, I'm cool with that because you really don't. It's not that much time in between. So let's see what they want to do. Let's see what they want to do. Let's go back to the 1 minute real quick. They're moving the bar again too. They're moving the bar on the 1 minute. So this right here is our new targeted low for market structure. Changing the state of delivery. That's my new point. It's 10:14 on the chart. Candle printing right now, 10:14. I still have 3 minutes, or they still have 3 minutes to show me what they want to do. What you guys got to remember is no matter what the market gives you on what day it gives it to you, you're always going to make more money per hour than you do on a job. So let's say you trade on a Tuesday and you make a $200 or $300, but you make that $200 or $300 in 15, 20 minutes. That's nothing but like 3 or 4 candles on NQ, bro. You know what I'm saying? So learn to reevaluate your time and how you calculate your dollars, because it's always more than enough. It's never not enough. You might look at it and be like, that's not enough, I need more. But every time you do that, every time you take another trade because you say that's not enough and I want more, you're trading out a lack of what you don't have, which will force you to make decisions, ultimately bad decisions, mistakes that will cost you for trading emotionally and mentally out of lack, the mind state of lack. So that's something I had to get out of, saying that's not enough, or having a good $300-400 run and getting back in the market talking about that's not enough. No, it's enough, bro. It's enough. Let's see what they're doing on the 30-second again real quick, dude. I don't want to go down to the 15-second. You know, so I'm gonna glance down there real quick. I'm gonna glance down there on the 15 real quick. But it's got to be on ES. What am I doing? ES. Boom. You. Let's see. ES. Right there. Going back and forth, goes low. Oh, they might be running it right now, dude. On the 15-second. I don't really want to take it off the 15-second, but I will. I will. I will. Let's see what happens. I don't like the way that looks. Don't look good. So we're going about our business. 15 seconds is no good. We still haven't swept London high. And we are now currently printing 1017 candle, which is no good for me. So, with that being said, I could just dip off, but I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna stick around for the next macro to see if they give the setup. Let's see if they give it. This, boom, move that, and we're getting off of the 15 second. No 15 seconds. I'm not gonna take a trade off the 15. I do glance down there. I do glance at the 30 second. Let's see what they want to give us this this. I don't care what they do it on. I don't want to sweep London High though. London High, I need London High to hold. If London High holds to the next macro, then we'll be looking for sales. We'll be looking for sales. Go back to the 1 minute. Go back to the 1 minute. You're not giving us anything at all. And that's cool. I'm not tripping. We're coming into London highs. We're gonna watch how they react off of London highs. And if flying into London highs. Let's see what the fuck they want to do, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. See what they want to do. It is 10:20. Macros coming in at 10:40, 10:42 to be exact, which is the time I use 10:42 to 11:17 if I'm going to use it. My rules of entry are set in stone. It's only in macro times that I trade. It's got to be a macro. It can't be something random like 10:33 or 10:25 or something like that. It can't. It has to be 42 on the hour to the next 17 on the hour. So 9:42 to 10:17, from 10:42 to 11:17. We still have not broken London highs yet. We still haven't broken London highs yet. I would like to see this turn around before the macro hits. So I'm gonna drop down to the 30 second on ES. Buy on it. Right now on ES, this is my targeted low. That low right there, that red low. That red low right there. That would be a change in the state of delivery right there. Matter of fact, if it closes below that, it's already potentiality for it. But I got to get the complete setup in order for me to take the trade. I got to have the complete setup. That's step 2 right there. A wick below. It doesn't have to be a close below. It can be a wick below. Now I need a green candle to close back up in there. I would rather have one more come down and then have a green one come back up. This could potentially be a breaker block for a sale, but it is what it is. I want my complete setup because my complete setup gives me the highest frame rate. My complete setup gives me the highest frame rate. This is very important as well. 1023. This candle right here opened up above this candle right here, and then completely fell below this right here. So but we're going to focus on this macro and see if they give us the trade inside of the macro window for the 1045 to 1117. I'm going to stay for it because it's looking pretty good for the setup. As long as they don't break London highs, we should be good to go. But if they break London highs, then I'm done. I'm done for the day. There's no trade for me. Then we're gonna make some food and go to the gym. And if it don't rain today, we may cut some grass. So until we can pay these landscaping guys to come cut this grass for me, because I ain't trying to be out here cutting this goddamn grass at all. What would really be cool is if we get this closure back down here. Closure back down here. That'd be awesome. I'm gonna look at it on the 30-second real quick again. Origination point at 925. Foreclosure below. We have a change in the state of delivery, guys. And we have a PSP MY origination point. This is what I'm looking for. This candle right here. This candle right here. This candle right here. If we get the closure below, we got to get the closure below them. We closed below 925. Bro, that is not what I'm looking for. It is out of my macro window, bro. I can't take that trade. I can't take that trade. I can take it on the demo account, but I can't take that trade on the live account, bro. That's a good trade, though. Damn. So I might set a new rule. If I'm here for it to take trades outside of the macro. So like, I can't take this trade. I would have to wait for it to come back up. And it would have to come all the way back up, bro. It would have to come all the way back up. Like up here. I mean, it ain't that far, but it has to happen inside of a macro. This high right here. I need a closure above that. That's the same candle. It's the same candle on both charts, which is a PSP. So I got us running high one more time during the macro. They're not going to leave that like that. But Here's what I'm gonna do. If they do, they leave it like that, then I'm done. Especially if they run all the way down. That is a good trade, though. They swept it right here at 10.25, but I only trade during the window for the macro, and that is not a macro time. So it is what it is. That's why I got him running the highs one more time. London has not been swept yet still. They fell short, which is cool. They roll with it. I ain't tripping. I'm good. I'm good. But this is where they should go at. The setup presented itself, but it didn't present itself at the right time. It's time over price. There's always time over price for me. Be right back. All right. Let's see what we got. We got a sweep, bro. We got a sweep at 29. That is an ATT time. That is a good trade right there, bro. I can't take it though. I can't take it. I can take it on the play account, but I can't take it on the regular account.
Order filled. Order filled.
No, I'm not gonna take it on the regular because it did happen during the macro. But that's the perfect time. You can see what's going on. They came back up and swept it right there. Right there. This high right here. They swept it right here. That's the one I said I needed a closure on if you play it back. But it is what it is. I'm confident in the system. And I would take it down to the yellow line right here, which is 144. Those are potential targets where I'm at. Like I said, this is not a live round. This right here is a demo kind right here. It didn't give me the trade inside of the macro window, so I didn't take it. But what I'm gonna do is I'll just cash out on my demo and feel good about myself, knowing that this trade played out as I called it and marked it out on the chart so everybody could see it. Tell you that high right there is important. It's the same candle high right there, bro. So take some of these off the table for a quick goddamn run.
Order filled. Order filled.
And
Order filled.
Put a stop loss right there for this right here. And let that one little thing run. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, bro. But what I want you to see is I'm gonna run back over this scenario real quick. This was the most high profile trade ever for me, being that it did not sweep London's high. London's highs or previous highs, those are very important session highs. Asia high, yeah, since we failed to hit London on NQ, this is what you look for. You look for another asset, well, not any other asset. You got to look for NQ or, YM or ES to give this sequence before NQ can break the high, or vice versa. If NQ breaks a high and somebody else fails to do so, NQ has to give this same sequence right here that I'm on with the mouse, where the line is right here. This one right here. This is ES. It has
Stop
to give
filled.
this sequence in order to take a trade. The sequence is a low, put in, connected to the highest high, which is this 22. You need a closure back above it. That low has to close back a little above specifically, and it has to have a green candle close back above. Now, it could be a dip down with a red candle, and the red candle can close back up. That's cool, but preferably you want to see a green candle open up down low, close back above. The last step is you want to see a closure back below, and you want to see a precision swing point connected to it. This right here is a precision swing point. Precision swing point means that candles on different assets, NQ, ES, and YM, have a different color. That one candle printed indecisive at 10/24/30 right there, and it printed red on NQ over here. That's the same candle. That's the same exact candle. So when you have two assets that print a different color candle at a certain point for the turnaround, that's a trade. You want to see a sweep of that particular high where the precision swing point is. Preferably a close above and then a close back below, which happened right here at 10/29/30 and 10/30. So I wouldn't be surprised if this thing keeps falling from right here. And you can go back and check it out. But that's a good note. That's a good no trade. It didn't happen during my window. And I may start pulling the trigger on this if I'm in the market looking at it. I may pull the trigger on it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But as of right now, I have to have time on my side. But this is primed to keep falling based on the strategy. But it's not in the macro. So I got us coming back up to sweep this high right here. I got us coming back up to sweep this high. I got us coming back up to sweep the 10/20 high, and then probably falling for the rest of the day. So, but yeah, that's all I got, guys. Man, peace and blessings. I hope you learned something from this if you watched it or not, especially with the sequence, because that would have been a pretty good scalp right there. So, but like I said, I got us coming back up to sweep the highs, and they're coming back up right now. But potentially we should be falling for the rest of the day, hopefully. So, but I'm not going to be trading because I'm about to go do something else. So we'll holler at y'all. Peace, love, and blessings, brother.